Morning.
Morning.
How can we help you?
God bless you.
Yes.
Oh, how can you help us?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I believe it would be fantastic
Uh-huh.
if you guys would be busily engaged in giving the gospel of Jesus Christ and teaching the students to obey the law of God. That's how you could help.
Yeah. So my name's Jim Seitz. I'm a principal here at Adams.
How you doing?
And I can't have you stand on property here at Adams. If you want to go across the street, you're more than welcome to. But I can't have you on our school property here during.
Understood. We will not trespass on your property.
We're not on school property.
You're right there on school property.
No, sir, we're not.
Maybe the grass. Are you saying the grass
I
is?
can see you right now on school property.
Do you see that that gas pipe right there in line? So there's a public easement along all these roads. It extends off just the sidewalk, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we won't go on school property if you don't want us to.
Have you ever heard the expression?
Right there, sir. You're on our school property right there.
I think we just had this conversation. Have you ever heard of this expression about straining out a gnat and swallowing a camel?
Okay.
Have you? That was something Jesus said about people who
Wonderful.
focus on small technicalities to try to drown out a much more needed and much more important conversation, much like what you're doing right now.
Okay. I'd like for you to please get off school property.
Gnat. It's a gnat.
So you're not going to get off school property?
I'm not on
It's
school
not
property.
school property.
That's not school property.
No, sir.
Do you see the gas main? Yes or no?
So you're not going to be on school property, and you're not going to talk with our students because you're not able to do that.
We'll talk with anybody on public property we feel like, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. God bless you.
Okay. I'll make sure then that I get some individuals out here that can help us with this. So,
All righty.
all right. So you'll stay off school property.
Well, I am off school property, and I will stay off school property.
Yeah, we don't want to be arrested. If we went on school property, we would obviously be arrested.
Do you see the
Silly.
utility flags down here? Do you see them? The gas line flags?
Over there too, because they're working on stuff.
Yeah. Do you see that though?
On school property, yes, I do.
Well, no. That's on the easement. That's off of all of these streets.
Why do you care so much about 2 feet of grass anyway?
Yeah, that's
Because
another
I'm here
thing.
to protect students from people that shouldn't be on school property. That's all I'm doing.
2 feet of grass is not a threat to anybody, my man.
Sir, there's school shootings everywhere. There's people trying to get into school. I'm trying to help protect our students.
None of them preach the gospel before they go shoot up the school.
It has nothing to do about the gospel.
It has
sir.
everything to do with the gospel.
You know what's interesting is you seem to notice that there's kind of a careless disregard for human life these days. Do you notice that? Do you wonder
children?
if that has anything to do with the fact that we do this to people every day?
Mm-hmm.
Like we do this to people every single day in our country, and you wonder why there's like a general disregard for human life.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we hate those who are made in God's image, and we hate God. That's why we kill
in
humans.
our society, not
So I
we.
could also-
Yeah, not
now
we,
you're
I
having
mean
a
our
general-
society.
You're having a general disregard for the respect that I have as principal, trying to keep you off of our school property. Just
I
like
have
I would
no
anybody else.
disregard for your property, and I'm not on your property.
Yeah, you're just a guy talking to us about moving off of public property, but this
Yeah,
is
you told us to go to
everybody's.
the other side of the street.
Right.
To be
Yeah, I
fair.
don't have to do that.
Okay.
So you're the one who showed blatant disregard.
You
for
showed
the rights-
blatant-
But it's public-private property. See, that's the difference there. You don't understand that.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
So during school hours,
During school hours.
right, which is now, from the
Okay.
time that students leave their building to the time that we're open with students in the school,
Yeah.
no one can just walk in here. That's not how that works.
I'm not walking.
Yeah, we're
into
not
your
walking into your
school,
building.
So
You're
Or onto your
you're
property.
walking onto school property for a non-school related.
He's not even walking.
yeah,
Okay,
but
you're standing.
so
you
we're
guys talk about
His sign
technicalities,
is
you
on.
guys continue the
His sign is on
technicalities.
public property on the easement.
so we're still straining the gnat.
Yeah, he's very interested in straining the gnat.
Okay.
Because
do
you don't
you
want to
think
talk
about
about
this?
how
What do you
your
think about what happens
your
to your
school
neighbor?
teaches the dehumanization of people and how nobody is made in the image of God, with the obvious consequence that it's fine to shoot up anybody because nobody has value, any objective value in the universe, because we're just matter in motion, molecules in motion, products of Darwinian evolution.
Yeah.
That's what you guys teach inside.
Adept apes, right? That's all we are.
And then you're straight, and you're like, well, that's weird that our children grow up to be adults who think that men are apes. It's so weird. Ideas have consequences. You ought to know this. You're an educator. We would like to push back against the terrible ideas of the culture that lead to dehumanization and terrible events such as the abortion, Holocaust, and school shootings. You're concerned about 2 feet of grass. With your excuse, yeah, when you're not concerned about the wickedness being taught inside, or the wickedness being perpetrated among the children by each other, and by the abortion Holocaust. You don't care about any of that, you just care about 2 feet of grass. Why?
So you have no idea what's taught inside.
Sure I do. I was a product of government school.
Yeah.
Yeah, me as well.
Wonderful.
I know exactly what's taught
This
inside.
school right here you were?
No, I'm from Tulsa.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm sure it's way different. Do you teach the Lordship of Jesus Christ in all things at this school by any chance?
So we teach the state standards in the state of Indiana.
So no?
So,
Are you
So
a
that's what
Christian,
I'm saying.
sir?
I'm sorry?
Are you a Christian?
My beliefs have nothing to do with this.
No.
So no? So you deny
So he's not.
deny Jesus?
Jesus is not
you
Lord.
Have no
You
clue.
deny Jesus.
You have no
just
clue.
just so you know, sir, and I'm just speaking as if because I'm not sure.
So I'm
if you
speaking
deny
right
me
now
before
as-
men, this
I'm
is what
speaking
Jesus
right
said.
now as the principal of Adams
Yeah,
High
but this is what Jesus said. If you deny me before men, I too will deny you before my Father
Well, I
who is in
appreciate
heaven.
I
Are
appreciate the
you a
lesson
Christian,
today.
sir? Do you follow Jesus
So,
Christ?
I am going to tell you, do not talk to our students.
You don't have.
Oh, I absolutely
No,
do.
you don't have the authority to tell us not to talk to them.
I don't have the authority
No,
to have
you do
not
not.
talk to a student
We
that's
said
under my
touch.
care.
Did you say talk to or touch?
Talk.
Both.
Okay, we won't touch.
Yeah,
That's for
no.
sure. Not going to be touching anybody.
You don't have the authority to tell me not to talk to
We
people.
can talk
out
to
here.
people on
I
public
certainly
property.
do.
No, you do
These
not.
students are under my care.
If they're out here, I can talk to them.
Not
if I
on
want
public
to.
property, they're not, sir.
Yeah, they are. So the
No, they're
moment that
not.
they leave their door in the morning to the moment that they get home, they are under my care.
Nonsense.
Now that's actually consistent with this public idea that the children
Yeah, they
belong to the
state.
public and the state,
Yeah.
not the parents.
You're an apparatchik of the
Yeah,
state.
that's absolutely right.
Wonderful.
You're
so
not a
so
human
you
being.
own the children
Gentlemen,
from the
have a
moment
great
they
day.
leave their
Please
home.
stay off the
Turn to
property.
Jesus
Hold on,
Christ,
hold
sir.
on. The principal of John Adams High School thinks he owns the children
From
the
when they
moment
step out the
they
door.
step out their door until
Woo!
yeah. He owns them.
He might regret that comment later.
He might regret that
when
comment
he
later.
thinks about it.